Hello and welcome to the day in the life of a software asset management practitioner. Today's use case: what types of software are in my environment? This seems like a very simple question, but any SAM practitioner can tell you that it's anything but simple. You have to deal with multiple environments, from your desktop and laptops to your server environment, any software running in workloads that are in your cloud environment from Azure, GCP, or AWS. You might even have virtualized instances running on your local servers, virtualized by Microsoft Hyper-V, VMware, Nutanix, and others. How do you bring all of that data together in one place, normalized and standardized in simple language that's repeatedly available in a consistent fashion to report on? ServiceNow Software Asset Management can connect into multiple third-party sources, and our normalization engine can parse through all of that metadata and standardize the naming conventions, enrich your book of record by auto-categorizing the software, and more. To address this use case, let's navigate directly to the Software Asset Management workspace. This gets activated once you have the Software Asset Management Professional license and module enabled on the ServiceNow platform. The workspace that you're looking at right now is completely out of the box, and all of these dashboard cards and widgets start to light up once your integrations are configured. We're going to start by navigating to the Software Asset Analytics workspace under the Discovered Inventory. Here you can see the total number of software installations in the entirety of your environment across servers, workstations, cloud environments, etc. And you can see how that number changes over time, because this schedule job runs on a daily basis and updates the book of record. You can also see what those discovery sources are. You're pulling in data from ServiceNow's agents, from your Microsoft SCCM, Intune, or other agents. You can also see the highest number of installations across publishers as well as products. By toggling on product, I can see that I've got over 3,300 installation records for various SQL Server installations. If I wanted to take it a level up for just publishers, I can see that Microsoft, IBM, and Adobe Systems represent the three publishers with the most installations across my company. And as you guessed it, if I click into any one of these visualizations, I'll see a filtered view of all of those installation records across those environments. So there's 3,300 records here, and I can expand this to see 100 at a time, including which machines are installed on. Going back, we can also see where the software is deployed based on the environment type. Are they in production environments, or are they in lower environments like development or sub-prod? And you can configure the environments to your heart's content. I talked about cloud. You can also see if you have any software installations outside of your traditional data center. This tells you that you've got a majority of your installs on-prem. But if I uncheck this, I can see that I've got an equal number of installations across Azure and AWS as well, with a very small number in Google Cloud Data Center. This visualization shows you how many of your existing software license investments are being used to cover off installations in the cloud. In this case, you can see that I'm using my own licenses under the BYOL model to cover off 121 installs in public cloud. Conversely, 25 of the installs in public cloud are being paid for through a license included model within either of the Azure, GCP, or AWS hosts. These four cards on the right represent the total number of assets that are being discovered on which software is installed. So this gives you a sense for the proliferation of assets that have software installations. Speaking of proliferation, below I can see how many different versions I have running for some of the key software titles that are showing up in this dashboard. So here I can see that I've got 9 distinct versions of SQL Server running in my environment. So it doesn't look like I've standardized on one. And if I click into that, I can see all of the different versions from SQL Server, the legacy SQL Server 13, all the way to SQL Server 2016 Enterprise, where I've got 7 installations. I can see I have a fair number of SQL Server instances running that legacy version. And there you have it. You've got high-level visibility into your software asset environment. Thank you.